bottled and sold. It is the only disease that can be contracted by the will of man. The only disease that that requires a license to propagate it. The only disease that requires outlets to spread it. The only disease that produces revenue for the government, and the only disease that provokes crime. The only disease that is habit-forming, the only disease that brings violent death on the highways, and the only disease that spreads by advertising, and the only disease without a germ or a virus cause. In 2 Chronicles 36:23, we read of Cyrus, the king of Persia. And so at the same hour, there came forth, when here he is in this banquet hall, this big, huge banquet hall, 1,000 of his lords with their concubines and wives and all. And so in the same hour, as they were there drinking and all from these vessels that had been taken from the temple in Jerusalem, the same hour came forth the fingers of a man's hand, and it wrote over against the candlestick from the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Then the king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his loins were loose, and his knees smote one against another. I don't know you've ever been so scared that your knees you lost control of them, and they began to smite against each other. I had a very close call with an accident when I was in high school in my dad's car. And,